messenger said, "O my Lord, surely my people, inna qawmi, ittakhadhu hadha al-Qur'ana mahjura." They have taken this Quran as a neglected thing, as an abandoned thing. In other words, they have abandoned this book. But then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَكَذَلِكَ جَعَلْنَا لِكُلِّ نَبِيٍّ عَدُوًّا مِنَ الْمُجْرِمِينَ. And like that, we give every prophet, we ordain for every prophet enemies from the criminals. So this is part of the dunya. I mean, this is what's really important to understand, is that you are going to, if you're on the truth, you are always going to have enemies. And so this idea of abandoning the Quran, our scholars have said that there's different ways that we abandon the Quran. And one of the things about the latter days is the Prophet ﷺ told us that the way out of all of these problems in the latter days would be to go back to the Quran. And so the ways that our community abandons the Quran is first of all, they leave listening to it. Hajru sama'ihi wal iman bihi is they don't listen to it. So one of the interesting things about the Quran is that if you accustom yourself to reading it on a regular basis, it's something that not only you can habituate yourself to, but if you don't do it, you won't feel well. But that takes time, just like any type of exercise. If you're exercising, if you get used to a regular exercise regimen, then when you leave that, you don't feel well. This is well known. Is people, if you get into any habit, when you stop doing it, it's uncomfortable. We brush our teeth every day, if for whatever reasons you're not able to do it, you don't feel, your mouth doesn't feel clean, you don't feel good. And the same with many, many things. People drink coffee or tea every single day. If they don't have it, they get disturbed by it. And some people actually can be very grumpy. And in fact, it's almost like a joke that people say, "Oh, I haven't had my coffee yet. Like, don't talk to me yet." Well, there's also habituating yourself to the Quran, making it a habit. And even if you take, one of the things that I learned from a Navy SEAL, not personally, but I heard a talk by a Navy SEAL, and it was very beneficial because, and I wish I would have known this many, many years ago, but he said that people who don't exercise, they often don't exercise because they think, "Oh, I don't have a half hour or 45 minutes. But he said the mistake in that is that take a baseline that you can do every single day without any difficulty. Even if it's 5 minutes, that you just say, "I'm going to exercise every single day for 5 minutes." And then what you'll find out is that when you do that 5 minutes, it'll turn into 7 minutes or 10 minutes or 15 minutes. But if you have that baseline that's very accessible and very easy, it will become a habit, and that habit will grow. The same is true for the Quran. Just commit to yourself every single day to read half a page of Quran, or even 2 ayah of Quran, whatever it is, but commit yourself to that and don't stint on it. And what you'll find is that half a page will turn into a page, and then the page will turn into 2 pages, and then the 2 pages into 3 pages. Whatever you do. So traditionally what Muslims did, and one of the things I love about Morocco is that they've really held to this practice, is that they recite a juz every day. And in fact, they start on the first of the month, the lunar month. So for instance, like I know today is the 3rd day, for instance, of Rabi' al-Thani, because it's the 3rd juz, which ends at Baqarah. So you end Baqarah and then to begin Ali Imran. So that is because of the practice of just doing the juz during the lunar month. For most people, you can do a juz in about half an hour. Maybe it'll take 40. If you do it with tartil, it's going to take longer. وَرَتِّلَ الْقُرْآنَ تَرْتِيلًا. So if you do it with tahqiq, what they call tahqiq or tartil, it's going to take probably about 45 minutes. But if you do it with hadar, which is the faster mode, you can do it probably in 20 minutes. I mean, there's some people that can do it in even less than that without stinting on the tajweed, but that takes a lot of practice. In fact, I have a Kuwaiti friend, Sheikh Abdullah Ma'tuq, who does 30 khatam every Ramadan. So he does every single day, he does khatam of the entire Quran, and he does it in the haram. He's a hafiz of Quran. So he had a friend who wanted to go to the haram with him. He said, I'm going to do it with you. I'm going to recite a khatam every day. And he said, no, you can't do that. He said, no, I can do it. Trust me. He said, no, it takes a lot of practice. It's actually very difficult to do. And he said, no, I can do it. And so he said, okay. So they went to Medina. And so he said the first day he was doing his khatam. And after a little while, he looked back at his friend and he was asleep. So this is the thing, that you have to just take what you can. The Prophet ﷺ actually did not like for people to do it less than 3 days. But some of the ulama did do it every day. And there are many, many scholars that it's recorded that they recited the Quran every single day. But at least try to do a page, just a page of recite. If you don't know how to recite, then you have your challenge. So you learn first, you do basically the Qa'ida Nuraniya or something, or the Baghdadiya. There's a whole bunch of different ones. So you learn that, Babi Bu, A'i'u, Babi Bu, Tatitu, Thatithu, and then you start doing that Thu, Bu, right, Tha, Ba, things like that. And then once you learn that, it's actually not that hard. And then you learn the rules of tajweed. So you should practice with somebody who knows. You don't have to learn the actual names of all the rules, but you have to learn how to recite the Quran properly without what they call lahan jali. So a lahan khafi is a little more difficult to remove. That takes time to do it, and the majority of scholars permit that, of not always getting the idgham or something that doesn't change the meaning. So you could learn that, and there's a lot of resources for tajweed. Even online, there's a lot of resources for tajweed. It's always better to have a teacher, but we have amazing resources now with recorded scholars. Like Imam al-Husari by far is the master of the Qurra. And so just take something, even if you listen to it from the CD or online, digitalized, however you listen to it, just you recite it with them. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, and then do that every single day. And then also you can listen to the Quran being recited. So people prefer different qaris to other qaris. Like Al-Ajami, Sheikh Al-Ajami is a very popular qari. There's Sudanese styles. Imam al-Kushi in Morocco, who did a beautiful Warsh recitation, which was the favorite of Imam Malik, Nafi''s qira'ah.